I did what I said, and I said what I did. I mean, I said what I do. Excuse me, I can be relied on, I suppose. Oh, wait, Ill. 1 second. Oh. There's that, and there's that. Okay. Fine. Oh no, wait, hang on. Good night, Dad. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. You too. Don't let the keys bother you. I'll try not to. Hey. Uh-huh. Cat-related convo because of cat struggles. Oh, there's these cats that that neighbors let loose in our neighborhood, but they're on the neighborhood on the other side of a road, and yet if we come by, they'll follow us. And tonight, because we live on the other side of the road from them, I was taking my walk, and I tried to get them to go back to their place, but they didn't. And in fact, when I walked through my half of the neighborhood, who did I find but one of the cats in a house very close to mine? So we had to escort him home across a busy road. Oh, brother. Keep your cats inside is the moral of the story. They left the operating room. The hallway took them around several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked.
There too, huh?
Yep.
Every door in this place is locked up tight.
How about that one?
The final door was hidden in a corner of the hall.
May as well give it a try.
Well, now this game is not loud enough. Junpei grabbed the handle. As he made to push it open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him and belonged to neither Seven nor Clover.
Jumpy!
Oh!
Huh?
He spun around. He saw someone running toward him from the other end of the hallway. There were 3 people coming toward Junpei and his companions.
June? And Santa? And Lotus too?
They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
What are you doing here?
We just got out of the operating theater. We trans their genders. Hey! Hi, Neo Mercy, how are you?
What? But we didn't...
Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys! Could you come take a look at this?
Sure. Early again? What's going on? Oh, you took a shower too? Hey. Hey. Good to see ya. Hello, how are you too? Neo Mercy, I'm okay. I'm a little sleepy, but I can push through some Zero Escape. She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. I said hallway. I think, oh. Well, I'll definitely get past this. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd found.
Look on the wall here.
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
A map of the ship's interior?
Okay, so this was the operating room. And then there was these... Well, something like that.
It says C deck. So it's the map for this floor then?
And then there were... Well, there's... And then they... I don't know where they are. Don't forget clock adjustments. I won't. There is indeed, because, like, it has to be difficult, and sometimes you have to wake up an hour earlier than you're normally used to. But we're falling back. Hooray! Hell is in the northern hemisphere. Oh, I'm sorry that life's a bit of a drag. I hope I can make it better for just a few hours.
Door 7 and door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
Wow. In fact...
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
Oh, yeah.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9.
True enough.
And that's how the nonary game works.
I see.
Junpei looked at the map of the Shimp? Oh boy. Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh!
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go. Yeah.
Is back to the hospital room or where? They moved, as one, for the door.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off of the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke, without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Slowly, all 5 nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. Darkness. Footsteps. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map had said they would be.
We're back.
At the hospital room.
In the hospital room.
Well, I hope, I sure hope that, what's his face? Zero, I hope he's happy.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory.
Oh, a laboratory.
And then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
He looked like anyone might, after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was working well as ever. And I can read that better. He looked like anyone might, after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was working as well as ever. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report. Yeah. Oh, hey!
At any rate,
No.
I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Yeah. We all feel a little silly for worrying. But at least it wasn't... At least we were worried for nothing. Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I said that's good enough.
It's a goofy sprite. 7 smiled his goofy little smile.
Anyway, I said we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Right, Junpei?
Jupiter Junpei. I like that song. The Jupiter, I mean, I don't know a song called Junpei. Junpei nodded.
Oh, the solar system keys. Actually, we found one in the laboratory too.
Oh,
Here,
the sun.
the Earth key.
Oh, god dang it. Lotus dug out a still warm key with an Earth symbol on it.
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah, on it.
And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
Now we have 3 keys that we haven't used yet.
If you lose it, it's your fault, and they won't get mad at me because I gave it to you. But, like, if I lose it, it's partially your fault for giving it to me. Giving it to me?
Yeah.
Yep.
The Jupiter key that we found in the operating room. the Saturn key card we found in the kitchen, and the Earth key Lotus just gave me.
What other planet are we gonna find? Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. Just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point.
Oh yeah, your brother's missing.
At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at 7 as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. 7 looked everywhere in the room except at Clover, and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So 7, you'll help me, won't you?
4, 7, 11, and then 1 is 12. Oh, that's 3.
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. Yeah. Oh, this is Pew Pew Perry, actually. He's been in everything. I've heard him in many things as well. It looked like 7 was doing them too. At last, he gave up.
Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be.
This is a good cast.
So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. We need to get an autograph.
All right, let's get moving.
And so it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3.
Okay, we're heading out.
Good luck.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
7 nodded, as if this answer made much more sense, and pulled the lever on the red.
Okay, we're off.
Good luck. The door opened, and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it. 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right, we should get moving too.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
To the Jupiter key, I guess. Everyone except Lavender. Lotus seemed rather
Well, it would
confused.
be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
She's explaining.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Why couldn't she have said that herself? Okay, but whatever. Alright, 1 second. I don't know game logic. I don't know what they were thinking. Junpei fell asleep for a second. Oh yeah, he fell asleep and started walking. That makes sense. But I doubt Junpei will bring that up. His narcolepsy is probably embarrassing. It's okay, Junpei, just say it. But good of June to notice it and be like, I need to summarize it for him.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
Might find Solid Snake? Wow.
And here's the
Oh, they
Jupiter
were at the
symbol
end
on
of the hallway
keyboard.
lined by individual hospital rooms. Sorry, Junpei. It looks more like a 4.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Let's leave it open for the others behind us. Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and sat it at the keyhole. Slid it into the keyhole. Sorry for touching your boobs. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath. Held it. And opened the door as quietly as he could. Foley. I mean, Foley sound. I don't know. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
Great! Back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Of course there's a reason.
Of course there's a
idiot.
reason.
Hang on, did that do a... Okay, no.
Man, sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
He hates luck, Junpei.
This.
Junpei pulled two things out of his pockets.
The Saturn key card. And the Earth key? I'm lost.
I thought you were a smart guy. Santa cocked his head to one side like an inquisitive bird and looked at them. After several long moments, during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant, June took pity on him.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think.
I don't remember that, but I knew that we could probably
two
get
keys that Jumpy
get
has?
somewhere with the keys.
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
June smiled, pleased with herself. I pressed F. No, that's clicking. So did Santa. Oh.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then.
Okie dokie. 1 second, I'm painting my nails. This is a good time for me to paint my nails. I think we're on this death ship. It's a good time for me to nail my paint. Because I get anxious if I have unpainted nails. I need to at least put my base coat down. I just feel wrong without it. I just feel disgusting. I just feel so gross.
What do you say we split into 2 teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you two can search Saturn, all right?
Sounds fine.
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key.
We'll try not to canoodle too much. Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa. They decided that their initial search should be brief.
We have no idea what's on the other side of these. So don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
Plan decided, the two teams split up. I think I looked up the voice actors for this. The main thing Junpei's voice actor is known for is Monster High. Are either of you... I somewhat doubt it, but do either of you go to Monster High? Because I don't. Junpei and June headed for the elevators. Oh, hi East, what's up?
There's a card reader next to the left
You
elevator.
love Monster High? That's what I'm getting from the emojis. I'm kidding.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
A light on the upper left corner blinked to life.
Great! It looks like it's working now.
All right. Now, how do I call the elevator?
There was a single button to the right of the elevator door,
Oh, it only has the upside down triangle on it.
so it only goes down.
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
It opened! Look, Jumpy!
I don't trust it. That's rusted. June's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
Sweet! It opened! Let's get going.
He grinned at June and stepped toward the open door. As he was about to set foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait!
Yeah, it's hard to trust that.
What?
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? It's just a wonderful little elevator that looks perfectly in working order. And like, looks great, normal, and there's no water going over your heads in the below decks. June was probably afraid of. She was afraid because the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase. All of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck is
I'm
completely
smart or
underwater.
something. I did it.
An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary.
Ugh, yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, take a look inside.
Junpei jerked his head toward the interior of the elevator. Wait, is D-Deck dry?
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, you're right. They are.
She looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed. But what if the door was, like, already closed down there and it came up without opening?
Well, let's test it.
Test it.
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only two. E and C. All right.
Oh,
I'll
it
push
doesn't
E.
go to D-Deck. He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down. So, it skips D floor entirely. And D floor must...
I think I can hear it
Floor
opening
E.
on E deck.
Floor E must be, like, watertight,
Okay,
or...
that's done. Now I'll
D-Deck
just
is
press the
locked
button
down.
again.
A few moments later, the elevator returned. So it's just D-Deck that's submerged.
Yep, not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest, just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E-deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you.
He pulled out his notebook and pen and sketched out a rough illustration. I want to see it.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Okay, I guess. Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket.
So I'm gonna go down and check it out.
I'm not
You
smart
stay
enough
here,
to get it,
alright?
but okay.
But
No
Alright,
buts.
Just do it, alright?
He gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, then hopped onto the elevator. He pushed the E button, and then the door began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision. When suddenly... Oh, okay. One second. 1 second. Oh wait, never mind. No seconds.
I'm coming with you.
Oh!
Huh?
At the last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors. Folly.
Hey, wait!
Junpei jammed his finger against the open button, but it was too late. I'm working.
Crap. It closed.
The door had shut, and he and June were in the elevator, and it was headed down to E-Deck. He was so surprised by June that if he didn't even have He didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on the E deck.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez.
The elevator stopped, and the door slid open. They tentatively stepped, look at your vowels, and looked around.
It looks normal.
No fish going about their fishy business, or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out, and her mouth a tiny, intense frown. That's cute. Ugh.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
June looked around nervously, then exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
Well, Junpei thought about that for a moment.
We'd probably die.
Oh, God.
Oh no. Don't be so casual about something like that.
We are alone with June again.
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they'd found themselves in. I don't like the tone of that now then. What are you planning, young man? The first thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. They ran the length of the room, separating at the left elevator from the right one. Separating the left elevator from the right one. Not at, We'd probably die, yep. Many things that would happen can happen and make you die. Probably. This is just like the room we went in with. This is just like the kitchen.
Iron bars. Well, we can't go over there.
Right.
Unless we can later.
Then maybe.
In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening.
Well,
He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner.
it looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
That 6 looks like a bootleg room 6.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait, is that...
Okay, so she's 6, we're 5. No, that makes 2.
Let's check.
Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a run and a jog. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it was a number written in bright red paint. 6. Has the other doors been as bright as that? I thought they were more looking like blood.
I knew it!
This is a numbered door.
And indeed, there was a red bolted next to it on the wall right next to the door.
But we can't do anything with only the 2 of us.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Yes.
Junpei and June turned and headed back to C deck.
Wait, what's this?
My brain told me, like, real quietly and slurred, like, we already went through the 6th door. We didn't, actually. On their way back, unless we did, on the way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall.
Is this the map for E-Deck? I should take it with me.
Big yawn. Yeah.
So you guys found door 1.
Yay, you found door 1. They'd met back up with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they'd found. If I get with Lotus, I'm 5, she's 3, would that be 4? If I go with Santa, that's just 8. Apparently there was another numbered door on A deck, just like the one on E deck, beyond the door that the Earth Key had opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door.
So now we've located 2 new doors. The 6th door and the 1 door.
We did it.
It is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought. We can show her the picture.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe.
Yeah. I mean, as we said, if the ceiling buckled, we'd probably die.
We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
And that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking.
Yep. I thought we already established that. He had given me an escape room and everything, and I failed almost because I didn't look hard enough for the solution.
That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
I want to reinstate that I failed the first... I almost failed the first thing by not looking hard enough. There was another one that I had similar trouble with.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah, that's right, you weren't there to see it, but... East was. I remember East being
Yeah.
there.
I wonder how long it took. I can't even
At least for a
imagine
little
how
bit.
much it must have cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Money beyond measure. Money that I would like.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Or something like
Yes,
that.
it does make sense.
This can't be a Danganronpa thing because we don't have that much of our memory gone. And I hope it's not. Sorry, I am contagious and evil. What time is it where you are? Then that thought made them all go quiet for a moment. Oh. Thank you, Perry, I think. Sorcery is this. This is not sorcery, this is the power of God. I'm God's strongest and weakest soldier. Yeah, it's sleepy time for both of us. It's just slightly more sleepy time for me, because that's where I am under the Earth's mantle. Or in the mantle.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
Oh wow, Central Lads. June looked up at Junpei with large, pleading eyes.
Yeah.
Whatever
you're
you
right.
say, sweetie.
Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
8. 6 plus 8 is... Well, no, that's not 6. She's 6, I'm 5. 11 plus 8. 19. Yes.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
No. Yeah, I already did the math in my head.
Just kidding. All right, let's go.
Lotus words were all the impetus they needed. Rick! Oh no. Back to the large hospital room they went. If I yawn one more time, I'm getting a coffee. The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
Below and above, I think. It was 7.
7?
I mean, I have things to do after this. Ace was right behind him, and Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back. Yeah, I was right. Normally the numbers are darker in color, and they look more like a crime scene, not like a painted bright red thing.
What's wrong?
It looked as though there was something strange about them. Yeah, I'm from the future. But I'm from the future underground, where the living dare not enter, and the dead don't want to be. As I am neither, I kind of gotta live here. For now. We're talking about moving to wet. Oh, wow. Jeez. Okay. You don't have to work in the morning this time today. You don't have to work on Sunday, right? 7 had the look of a man who'd seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there, looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at 7.
What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that?
7 was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him. Hard. Yeah. Maybe we'll never know. Oh, okay. if you have work at 4 in the morning, go to bed now, please. His shoulders were trembling, and his voice was strained.
Snake was...
What?
Snake is...
Oh no. Seven couldn't finish. He just looked away, his face twisted by. Junpei wasn't sure what. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes. That's an eye-closing noise, and spoke.
Snake is dead.
Oh no, oh God, wait, no. That's Ruben's favorite guy or someone else's favorite guy. Yeah, he's got loud eyes.
He died, just as the ninth man did.
No way, he wouldn't be so stupid. Snakes seem to have a brain. Oh wait, maybe something had to do with vision. Kong. Okay, you don't work tomorrow. Okay, good. I'm sorry that you suffer from those things. That's awful. I guess I'm lucky. I lay down on this bed, and I'm just like, and then I'm gone. It was as if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken. Dun, 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 dun. And he realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beating on his forehead and neck. June, Santa, and Lotus looked the way he felt. All three were frozen in place, their faces white.
God, that's not true, is it?
We should make sure.
I don't want to make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
I think that if they found, like, bits and pieces of him... Most of the time when I struggle to sleep, it's existential. When I do sleep, I have frequent nightmares. Oh, I have the frequent nightmares, too. And I sweat a lot. But then again, I do live in wet hell. But, like, yeah, the nightmares... That's why Yume Nikki seemed so nice, because, like, these aren't the kind of nightmares I have. Nothing but recently when I do go to sleep, it's just nightmares. Yeah. Same here. That's why I wouldn't call, like, some of the Yume Nikki dreams nightmares, because it's just like, there's something weird going on. It's dream logic. But usually my dream logic is, like, everybody hates you and you have to go back to school and you're too old and, like, everybody just doesn't want you and they're all leaving you behind and there's this opportunity for everything you've ever wanted, but oh, you're too late, you can't get there. Yeah. Meanwhile, like, there's a bird person and there's weird ghosts. That doesn't sound that scary. The Rainbow Room was nice. There was, like, everybody was freaks together. Oh, yeah. That's so sad, Perry. I'm sorry. I wonder why you dream like that. They nodded to one another and headed for the number 3 door.
Wait! Not that way!
What? Why not?
They stopped short and turned to look at Seven. He was pointing at the door with no number.
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way. It's not locked, so you can go in that way.
Oh, you know why? Oh no. Oh no.
Where is he?
Shower room. The left side of the hallway.
Why would he have gotten to the shower room? How would he have gotten to the...
I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
Oh, no, he's 2. How would he have gotten in there?
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go.
Their new destination clear. Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the middle door on the left
This
wall.
wasn't open when we passed here before.
But now, just as Seven had said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open. Oh my god, that's awful. That's horrible. Yeah. I can't imagine. I'm sorry that you have to keep reliving that. Do you have someone to talk to about that? Besides Perry, that's very sweet of him to offer. But do you have, like, someone who can help you with that?
Well, Let's keep
'Cause
going.
it sounds like there's some unprocessed grief, but I mean, I'm not a professional. Despite my name, I'm not a professional therapist. They looked at it for a moment, then stepped inside.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. Even Santa pinched his nose shut.
Ugh, yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Would he smell awful that quickly? It's just as bad as they said. Perhaps worse. A hideous smell filled the air. So thick they could almost taste it. Ugh. It was sour and smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat. It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat. It pounded against the entrance to his stomach. Ugh. He put his hands over his mouth and struggled to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged.
Where is he? Where's Snake?
In the box. They didn't have to wonder where the body was. Left, right?
There.
There was blood everywhere, a few arms at the splatter reaching towards them as they walked through the door. All one had to do was follow the many radial arms to their source. Oh, okay. I'm still sorry that it happens. The body itself was hidden behind a divider.
June, you should stay here.
But
Please, just do me a favor, okay? Alright?
He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put his hand on her shoulder as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole. Turned and walked towards the end of the divider.
I'm going in.
I'm going in. This isn't a good time for funny. Felt like it took an eternity for him to get there. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Of course. We want you to be okay. But it's okay if you're not, you know. They looked at one another and nodded, slowly. Junpei put his hands on the divider and peered around the corner. For a moment, he forgot to breathe. He felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton. And time froze. He knew in that instant that he would take the image before him to the grave. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh, torn from the body, sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out like fresh spaghetti. That's not a very disgusting image. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Ugh, that's gross. Globules of yellowish fat, come on, had left trails like tiny slugs as the gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
Just like he said.
Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected he was bowling down some vomit of his own.
Just like the ninth man.
Yeah.
The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
I'm just trying to think of an explanation that's not Snake is actually dead. Maybe the corpse is too smelly. But then again, the blood looks fresh. Looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
I think that that's the least of his worries. Although I'd rather die like this than like the superheated collar from Your Turn to Die. Because that was rough. That was a long time.
It's definitely an open fracture.
Oh, not that that matters. His legs are both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bones of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
Oh, the face. It's horrible.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
There's a it could be not Snake. Oh, Soy Jack! Jack's Films. Oh, I wish I had Jack's Films, sub emotes. Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like a raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. Jesus Christ! I mean, I've seen these things, but it's like, it's been a while since there were, like, sword wars. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks.
But the clothes are...
They were all familiar to Junpei.
No mistake about it. It's Snake.
I wonder, but the person who did one was already a sub, so random people got it. Ah, cool. I never got to win the bingo. Lotus's voice was unnaturally deep and strained, and Junpei heard it catch in her throat. Well, this sucks. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. Oh, is that a head pat for me? I was actually there the night he got doxxed. Oh my god. Really? Wow. That was a whole ordeal. Poor Jack. Poor Aaron. Poor Klondike. And Chipwich and... I got it. The other one. Sunday. I got it. The middle child. The poor middle child. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, Neo. I don't know why I said your name in that order. Yeah. It sounded like the noise of a ghost would make. The noise a ghost would make, no matter how many times he heard it. He never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. Hang on. Felicity emotes. It doesn't move, but you know. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute one. Didn't help there was a girl nearby that looked far more like a ghost than a living being should. It was Clover. Oh. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Man, this isn't a fun stream. This stream sucks. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was.
Is that murder? I mean, I know it's, like, due to another person's actions, but, like, it's... God, it is good cartoon therapy. It's very good. It's just a lot of... Oh, thank you for the sub... For the follow! Let me do the little edit. Cartoon therapy. There. Ah! Very sweet. Oh, thank you. They're just trying to debate whether it was exactly murder or, death. So close to the big 5-0. I'll get there. I'll be getting there soon. Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each one of them in turn, and continued.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it.
The bomb? I mean, the bomb, we thought it was already the bomb. We already had the bomb thoughts. But it's like, I don't think he's stupid enough to have this bomb go off, unless there's other rules that I forgot. Hold on there. The rules. Anybody in the rules? Yeah, I did say it was like you were 2 separate people. That's why I said it was weird that I said it like that. I'm looking for, like, Monokuma's rules.
First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3.
Then who could kill him?
Then they shoved him into it. Alone.
Oh. That's how. Because I was like, yeah, he wouldn't do that on his own. Why would they do
They
that?
waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up.
How did he not get... How did they keep him from getting back up and, like, getting back at them? I know maybe he wouldn't have been able to fight them back, but, like...
He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose.
He used to do a flawless Monokuma voice. Haven't tried it in a while, though. Oh, Japanese or English Monokuma? Because they're pretty different.
Fortunately, it didn't work.
Oh, poor Seven. I mean, poor Snake. I'm sorry, buddy.
The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door.
Why would anyone do that to him?
And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake.
Oh, English Monokuma. Oh, cool. I don't feel like doing an imitation right now, but I can do Miss Doraemon voice well enough. I'm just sleepy. So it's
It
like, I
wouldn't
gotta
open
be
for
me
Snake
right
and a
now.
single killer.
Unfortunately, I just gotta be me. A body has been discovered.
Yeah,
Bong, 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 bong.
that means we're looking
I know
at
that
multiple
happens
clips here.
before, but I forgot to do it. Junpei crossed his arms and grunted. Calculator. 2 plus 5. Well, you provided me a script. I'm a professional. It couldn't have been us. It just couldn't have been me and June. 2 plus 5 plus 7. It couldn't have been me and 7 either. 2 plus 8 plus 3. Couldn't have been that either. 2 plus 8 plus 1. Oh yeah, me too. I get that. Well, I can't sound like that, but I get it. He's got an iconic voice. 1. 2 plus 3. No, it can't be that small. I don't know who could have done it.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Raccoon eggs? Who's raccoon eggs? Or... yeah.
And that means
Who
none
is
of us have
Raccoon Eggs?
alibis.
Ah.
We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
I mean, me and June have alibis, and also it couldn't have been us. I just did that. We can figure out who doesn't have alibis through the digital route thing. Oh, okay. Okay. Raccoon eggs. That's... I want to hear nice voices. Let me put that in the notepad. Oh no. Okay, I guess it's coffee time. He was another one of your kind? Who laid eggs? Or ate eggs, and not another one of your kind? Not for everyone as a warning. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hang on a minute. Okay, wait. Eh. Wait. Just a sec.
That means anybody could be a killer.
Okay, I'm back. I just figured out that it could be 7 and Santa. 7 and Santa could go together and kill him.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
But it couldn't be everyone. It couldn't be anyone. June seemed shocked.
How can you say that so casually?
Yeah, you haven't even done the math.
You're implying that one of us is a killer.
I mean, if that really is Snake, and that really is a fresh body, like, yeah. I mean, 9 was
Not
willing
just
to
one of
get
us.
us killed.
If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Yeah, because it's hard to get to a digital root of 3 with just, like... I mean, we could do it with 9, but 9 is already dead. 9 died a long time ago.
Why don't you calm down a bit, 7? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What 0 wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it?
Hang on, I'm gonna do more math. My God. No. I'm stupid.
Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a
Basically,
winner.
I couldn't have done
Those
it.
who don't are the Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
That's exactly what he just said.
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
Okay. But, like, we also have to not have a murderer in our midst.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
I mean, I think Clover's not doing so hot.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself.
Really? Well, I mean, indirectly, but, like... I mean...
If there's anyone we should
Why would
doubt,
he do that?
it should be Zero.
Yeah, but, like, I mean...
He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us.
7 has a point, though.
Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Why would he do that?
Good question.
Oh, this is my inner voice. My inner voice is an echo. Junpei hadn't really considered that.
If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
I mean, I do think... I thought we all thought Zero was on the ship. Junpei. Zero still on the ship with them? What? Of course. Did that split us up? No, we're still going. That was obvious.
But I don't...
Zero was somewhere on the ship, but Junpei had no idea where. Junpei mumbled to himself, lost in thought. What if he's one of us?
Where could Zero be hiding?
He could be not hiding. He could be hiding in plain sight. Suddenly everyone went very quiet. Silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Yeah, they really do. Repeatedly repeating them. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise. It ghosted you and it moaned at you? It's like, I'm leaving you, but I'm not telling you why, but I am going to somebody else. And moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. Snake? Oh. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
I think Zero is
Yep.
one of us.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Go! Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. Has your breath ever rustled? I don't even know how to do that. I don't know. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them? Well, that's possible.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What if Zero was one of us?
What are you saying, Jumpy?
Just the same as one of us.
Didn't you hear what Ace said?
Yeah, but you know, where else would he be hiding?
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
I'm not suspecting, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that, you know, it's a reasonable thing
No
to
reason.
think.
I've got a great reason.
Oh, we have a reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets.
Oh, the bracelets. He held out his left arm.
Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
Yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't even thinking that. I was just thinking, like, where else would he be? You're pretty smart, Junpei, when I'm not controlling you.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the Nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward.
Oh, yeah.
Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
Junpei let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa who answered.
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Thank you for repeating the conclusion, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Junpei nodded.
7, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this.
Zero is the one of us that killed Snake.
Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us.
Do you have to phrase it with actual, like, PEMDAS?
7 and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty
Yeah,
well.
one of us must have killed Zero. Oh, wait. I didn't read that. I mean, if Snake was Zero, then yeah.
At least they do if Zero is one of us.
No one spoke because I was drinking. Their faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. That was a disaster. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
What were his motives?
I don't know.
His motives.
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
That's a good question. I have other things to do after this.
Well, that's because,
Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea. Zero just seems like a twisted little guy.
I don't know.
Like sleep? No, yeah, well, after that, before sleep, I have other things to do. Lotus sighed.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
Thanks, Lotus.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
I sounded real serious about it, and I think Clover gets me.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
All right, leave me alone.
Ah,
Oh, you should get some coffee too. Not quite yet. I have, like, school stuff to do. Junpei was painfully aware of their eyes on him and their disappointment. Come on, don't... I'm trying to come up with solutions. You can't last longer. Get the coffee. He tried to find something else, anything else to look at. Then, in that horrible silence... Oh, they heard a bell begin to ring. Oh, time. It was the clock at the central staircase.
It's 3 in the morning.
It's actually, 11 p.m.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Oh my god, it's until dawn. We've got 5 nights at Freddy's. I mean, if East said he needed some coffee, I don't know East's time zone. Maybe he's PST, where it's okay.
Then we need to move now. 7, Clover, Junpei, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
I guess.
you're right, but
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say and sighed. 7 Clover remained similarly silent. Oh yeah, it is. I mean, for normal people, it's too late. For normal people without school work to do after this, it's too late. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
Plus, I've been yawning less since I started drinking it. Ace's words put their feet to moving. They all immediately knew where they were going.
Our next destination is Mercury.
I'm doing the folly. I'll get moving already.
Or maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
All right, let's go, June.
Right.
Da-da-da!
Here it is.
Wow, this is the planet Mercury. It's beautiful. I can't breathe. It sat bolted to the wall near the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen, between the two elevators.
The Mercury card reader.
East. I'm under the Earth's mantle in the East time zone. The living cannot go there, and the dead do not want to go there, as I said before.
We're using the card 7 gave us, right?
Yeah.
I found it when we were checking out the shower room.
Found it when they were checking out the shower room.
I think 7 said something like that.
It's very late.
Anyway, let's see what happens.
No, you can't go. I don't want a raccoon going there. Raccoons just can't go there, period. Raccoons go somewhere else.
I guess the elevator works now.
Oh, Junpei slid the card through the reader. The light on the reader turned green and made a tiny electronic noise.
Jumpy, I know it's only the two of us, but let's do our best.
What's with you all of a sudden?
You don't want to see it. It stinks.
Well, I'm happy we were put together.
Oh, you still trust me and like me after I was like, one of us is in charge of this place and is evil.
You know it's just for searching E-Deck, right?
She's cute, though.
Even so, I'm glad I'm with you.
She's cute.
Oh. First, we need to find out if the elevator comes up full of water.
I am a raccoon. I mean, it's a bad place for bad people and also demons. Like, well, it's not. I'm not in the bad place for bad people. I'm in the bad place for demons. The wicked. Before a musical starts, pew. This place is infected by musical, and you will start to sing Defying Gravity. Yeah, you're not a demon, so you can't go here. You're not allowed. I'm sorry, it's segregated housing. Jesus. Well, I mean, okay, yeah. I know you do, I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget. It's just when I was saying that, I was like, wait a minute, he likes singing. He'll sing Defying Gravity, no problem. And I want to see a raccoon do that. But I don't want a raccoon to go to hell.
Just like we did before.
Also, you're alive, so you just can't go there.
Oh,
Being
here
a
it is.
raccoon does not disqualify you from life.
It's not wet at all.
Let's go.
Yes.
Once it had been checked for water, Junpei and June stepped into the elevator.
Look! Nearly all of the buttons are destroyed.
Damn.
Yeah, only the seat and bottom button can be pushed.
No, I'm not good at it. I am not... What part of that was good advertisement?
We're on C deck right now, so the only one we can choose is bottom.
I'd pick it.
Yeah. Well, let's try it out.
I'm not a VTuber yet. I can't make any jokes. Also, I think that's dying out, thank God. Why does it sound appealing? Well, I mean, there is parts of hell that are appealing, but like that, this isn't one of them. It's wet and it's hot and it's bad. And I don't like it and I don't want to be here, and I will be moving to wet purgatory as soon as I get a chance. The door closed. Ugh. I mean, I like being wet too. From the rain. But, you never get used to this kind of heat.
So this is
It's
the
not
bottom
supposed to
deck.
feel like August in November in the natural world. They stepped off and saw that the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. The hall... I don't want you to have to do that. You don't have to do that, Perry. I don't want to imagine a little sweating raccoon. The hallway in front of them was a dead end. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, that's awful.
Hey, there.
You might live in wet hell Earth version.
This is a numbered door.
Oh my god, 2. 6 plus 5. Oh my god, we could go through together.
This is
June,
the 8th
we could go
one
through
we
together.
found. There were 2 numbered doors on B deck near the
Okay,
central
you live in
staircase.
dry hell Earth version. Okay.
There were doors 4 and 5. 3 more in the large hospital room. Doors 3, 7, and 8.
And the door we found on E deck, and the door Lotus and Santa found on A deck. It was a 6 on the door on E deck, and a 1 on the door on A deck.
No, don't do. Well, hell is like around. Actually, just a little bit like. Hell is beneath like normal hell, and you can't live there, and I don't even go there because that's where the bad people go. No, I can't do that. It costs money, and also you can't. Four, 5, 3, 7, 8, 6, 1. And now door 2 stood in front of Junpei.
That means...
Do you think the next door we find?
Yeah, I think so. The next one's gonna be door 9.
Unless there's a door 10. It costs a ludicrous sum of money if you want to get there, like, for free and, like, not have to stay there. And also you have to have an inn with somebody higher up on the hell hierarchy, and that's not where I'm high up. You'll gamble. Okay, you'll gamble, but you don't know anyone from the higher ups in hell, because that's not me. I work for the other guy. People don't like me because atrocities. So I live here. I've been exiled here.
Finally!
Yeah,
You don't look very happy about it, though.
it's not that. I just hope nothing goes wrong.
Me too,
You're right.
Junpei.
We should keep our fingers crossed.
Not forever, because then we won't be able to solve the keyboard puzzles. You like me? Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet. You like war? Wait, no, that's not right. I meant to check
Let's head
the
back.
flow. Nothing has changed. Still here.
Okay.
Did his best to put it from his mind and head back to C deck with June. Oh, thank you. You see, as a personification, I am war, so that's why people don't like me.
1, 2, 3.
Because of all the
All right, 7
bad
pieces.
things that happened and the ending the world eventually thing, also. The pieces of paper they'd folded up lay on the ground next to Junpei's legs. I almost read Junpei's eggs. Junpei, did you lay this egg? Everyone had written on paper pulled from Junpei's notebook in an effort to pull together a blind vote. Yeah, because I don't want you to go to hell. How is that a bad thing?
Just double checking, but everyone
Just
wrote
go
the
to
code
Florida
name and a door
instead.
number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Or Texas. No, wait, Texas is dry hell.
Can't believe we're voting here.
Oh my god. It's not that fun. Just read the Divine Comedy. Yeah, it's just like Florida. Except, like, you can kind of hear the screams of the damn... Well, never mind. So it's just like Florida. Why had they decided to vote that way?
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know.
It's not that complicated. Do you not like democracy, Santa?
Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
Yeah, but, like, you don't go to a fake beach. I mean, reading a brochure isn't the same as being at a fake beach. Like, go to a fake beach. There's like an indoor beach somewhere in Japan. It sounds nice. They decided it wasn't fair to simply ask everyone at once. That would allow people to force others to go through certain doors.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery.
Peanut. And he had a plan. It wasn't a plan he wanted anyone catching wind of, however, so he did his best to act as calm as he had. Calm as he began to read the pieces of paper. I don't think I don't think anyone's ever typed that sentence before. Well, like, I'd recommend following other demon VTubers and being like, hey, wait, other? Who's other? I'm not a demon. Being like, hey, I want to go to hell. Can you get me? Specifically, what hell? Because I can't get you in. I'm not one of the higher-ups.
Alright, let's open these up. The
What if
first
it wasn't one of those
says-
fortune-telling things where you do the thing with the paper? What if they're not as sweet as me? Oh, I'm sure they will be. Or, well, I'm not sure, but that's sweet. That's kind of you to say so. There are many sweet demons out there, I think.
Ace requests door 1.
Oh, Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse can definitely get you in. She's like in charge.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain
And she's a
why?
very sweet girl.
No, we don't have time for that.
I don't
Sorry.
say that on a
Let's keep going.
personal level. I don't know her personally. She doesn't know me from Adam. But you know. Iron Mouse. Well, I mean, she'd know me from Adam, but like she'd be like, okay, so this guy's Adam and who are you? I'd be like, hi. You open the second one.
Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Junpei continued with the third, fourth, and fifth pieces of paper.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
Wait a minute. There is no way I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
That's rude. That's really rude.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
Okay, thank you.
But,
I'll probably, call it a night in 8 minutes. Excuse me.
Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
Can you call her a jerk instead of that?
I am not an exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
Barely.
Don't be slut shaming, be personality shaming.
So, last I checked, that's not a crime.
Maybe. But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
She doesn't look like a raisin. I get that it's better to conceal than to reveal. But bro, it's not about being looked at. I don't want them to kiss. They're bad for each other. They're probably gonna make them kiss. I want them to be like, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
That was rude, 7. She is gonna kill you. Lourdes.
Oh, not good.
We live in cities. Apology, Smooch. You do you. You live your truth. Lotus's hair flared out like one of the mane of an angry lion or a Ghibli protagonist. And she roared with a voice that shook the walls. Oop.
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing him!
Okay. With some difficulty, Ace managed to restrain her.
Junpei, read the rest.
Right.
Okay, I leave that to you. Junpei tore his eyes away and looked down at the 6th piece of paper. He opened it.
June wants door 6.
Yes, I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
You're a good girl. All of the papers save Junpei's has been read. He did some quick calculations in his head.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door 1.
Let me do that. Well, I already know that's not gonna work. This was the door on A deck near the central staircase.
7 and Lotus requested door 2.
Brain. That's not gonna work. This was the door on the bottom deck and could be reached by taking the elevator to the bottom of the ship.
Santa and June requested door 6.
Not gonna work. This was the door on the E deck and could be reached by taking the elevator near the central staircase down.
Then the door I should choose is...
Well, none of them can do it. Hang on. Santa in June, across the door 6. 7 and Lotus. Oh boy. Did they choose door 2? Yeah, they did. Hang on. Oh, I could also choose that door. Can I choose Santa in June? Hang on. Five. No, I can't. Should I pick 7 and Lotus or Ace and Clover? Took him less than a second to run the numbers. He opened the 7th piece of paper and spoke.
Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through.
I can only make door 1 and door 2 work. I'm letting you make a choice. You will not. Okay. Number 1 for number
My
1.
choice is door 1.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
Cheating. Makes me... Oh, fair enough. Right. Yeah.
Asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here.
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. Santa examined it furiously. The others peered at it as well. As they did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he'd been hiding into his pocket. Although he'd never know it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched papers.
I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
For doors 1, 2, and 6.
And I put the one with door 6 on it into the pot.
He put a small mark on it, so that he would know which one was his.
I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted.
Clever
The number
boy.
I already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out. Well, what does it say?
He fought the urge to smirk.
You got lucky.
Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated.
Very well. We've decided who will go through door 1. It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself.
1 plus 5 plus 4 equals 10, which is 1 plus 0, which
Our
is 1.
only problem is the 2 remaining teams.
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Hang on, I'll try to do some math. If it was Lotus and Santa, they can open up door 2. And if it's June and 7, they cannot do that. Wait, no. 7 plus 8 plus 3 is a root. They can all go through door 6 together.
Fine. 7 will go through door 6.
3 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 24, which is 2 plus 4, which is 6.
Sure thing. I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway. Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age. Right, June?
Don't say that. Don't be rude.
Well, I
June was at a loss for words, because what do you say to that? 7, you're turning out to be a real weirdo. Lotus was not.
Pig. You just wait.
Goodbye! Bye! Her eyes were the eyes of a woman prepared to kill. A shiver ran down Junpei's spine.
Calling me old. This is why men are such a pain in the ass.
Alright, honey.
They're about as subtle as a brick.
You alright?
And they're at it again.
Even after they separated at the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to herself.
I'll see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Circumstances dictated that Junpei and June would have to part ways again, but this time it didn't sting quite so much.
Don't make that face. It'll be like what Seven said.
Hold on. Let me just do some math. 5 plus 1 plus 3. Okay, cool. We couldn't have done it. Clover won't hurt us, right?
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again.
Goodbye,
Otherwise,
7.
we won't be
You're a
able to
distant
open door
memory.
9. That's how the nonary game works.
That's just how the nonary game works. 7's words took a weight off Junpei's shoulders and felt much better.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
Okay,
All right. See you later.
let me make a save. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna send you off to whoever's up. 'Cause it's been a long, long road. But it feels good to stream when I can stream. What's up? Let me see here. Da, 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 da. Um. Here. I'll send you to this Teddy Ursay. Thank you for saying good stream. I don't know them very well, but I follow them and they're up. Up, whoops, 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 whoopsie. Hold your horses. Nope. I can't get rid of my own messages. Brother of criminy. My entire brain. Yep. Error. I made error. I make errors. We're going. Whew. Have a good night. Have a good life. Or just have a good sleep. I hope you can. Fallout. Huh? What? Whoo! Eppervalagor!
Real quick. Unless one of my mods can get to it first. We'll see. We'll race to it. Welcome, welcome. What were you playing? You were playing 999? How do you like it? Oh my gosh. Wait. Hold on. We're taking a second. Pelfa Pro. Oh my gosh. Hello. My mod got to it right after. That's hilarious. Heck yeah. How are you liking it? I love 999. It's a lot of fun. I am a huge Zero Escape fan. Thank you so much for joining us. How far are you? How many chapters? Where are you at? Thanks for the double shout out. Yeah, double shout out time. Fantastic. I really love that game. Nice, nice. Okay, well, let me do a quick introduction in case anyone doesn't know me. My name is Teddy Urside, the Celestial Librarian, and on my left shoulder is my owl friend Alcor. I specialize in lore, writing, and mystery solving. Today we're playing Twofold, a game by Salty Salty Studios under the Bell House label of Studio Elan. It is a sapphic visual novel with friendship elements as well, and I have joined the writing club, so I am on the Millie romance route. Or so I think. But yeah, that is the game we're currently playing. I'm at the 3-way route split, my first playthrough. Oh, that's so exciting! I'm so excited for you to experience it. I love those games. I think